you want to know how to make a podcast? I'm going to walk you through the steps, although we will do this in class in more detail together. The first thing you need to do is choose your topic and do your research. For this you can use the internet, go to the library, whatever works for you, but make sure you take some good organized notes, because after you do your research you're going to need to write your script. You want to make sure that your script addresses the topics that are required. So in this case, the topic is 5 things that would be different today if the Roman Empire had never existed. So you need both background information for this topic and also your own analysis and predictions. Remember that when you're writing this, it's not an essay. It's really something that you're saying to people. So what you're going to put together with your script is going to be kind of an outline, and you'll notice if you look at my script here and you compare it with my actual podcast, that I don't say absolutely everything that's in the script word for word, and it's important to sort of do that when you're doing a podcast, because it's almost like you're having a conversation with someone. You're not just reading an essay. Once you've completed your script, you want to search for images that fit your topic, and then that would be, for this case, aqueducts and language and government, etc. And then once you've searched for images, you want to make sure you filter them out, make sure that the ones that aren't suitable you don't choose, and the ones that you are considering that you save to your computer. I like to make a folder for each project and save all of my images into that folder along with my script and everything else. It just sort of keeps things organized. Once you've gotten to that point, you're ready to make your podcast. For this, you're going to use Movie Maker if you're on Windows, or iMovie if you're on a Mac, or whatever program you have. Most, if not all, computers have some sort of free Movie Maker program in the computer already installed. So you're going to open that up, you're going to add your images, and then once you've done that, you're going to record your podcast. And for this, you get to use your computer's sound recorder. And again, this should be a free device that is on your computer. If you don't have a built-in microphone in your computer, or you don't have any sort of microphone at home, you can always do this here at school. You can then save and add your sound file to your movie, and then time your images to work with your podcast. So the default might be that each image is up for 5 seconds, but it might be that you need to stretch that out to 10 or 15 seconds depending on what your needs are. So you just sort of play around with that a little bit. You can also add sound other than your voice, not at the same time, but like at the beginning of your podcast or at the end, you can add music. So you can get this off of iTunes or whatever sort of other audio files you have on your computer. And you don't have to play a whole song. You can pick to play 15 or 20 seconds, which is what I did at the beginning of this podcast. So once you've gotten to that point, you're going to save your movie. And it's real simple. It only takes a couple minutes for Movie Maker or whatever program you're using to change your whole production board here into a podcast. And once that's done, then you can make a DVD out of it, you can publish it, you can put it on a USB key, whatever you need to do. So that is how you make a podcast.